A private school with 2 campuses in Miami have banned vaccinated teachers. Yes, they have banned teachers that have been vaccinated. Now, this is Centner Academy, which is promoted as a happiness school. This is for students in pre-kindergarten through 8th grade. One of its co-founders, Leela Centner, informed employees, quote, with a very heavy heart that if they choose to get a shot, they would have to stay away from students. More on this from the New York Times. An example of how misinformation threatens the nation's effort to vaccinate enough Americans to get the coronavirus under control. Ms. Centner, who has frequently shared anti-vaccine posts on Facebook, claimed in the letter that, quote, reports have surfaced recently of non-vaccinated people being negatively impacted by interacting with people who have been vaccinated. Quote, even among our own population, we have at least 3 women with menstrual cycles impacted after having spent time with a vaccinated person, she wrote, repeating a false claim that vaccinated people can somehow pass the vaccine to others and thereby affect their reproductive systems. They can do neither. This is batshit insane. This is actively endangering students. How can you possibly think the vaccine is contagious? You have an actual virus that is contagious, that is real, with real children in hospital. Real children have died, have gotten sick from COVID-19. But no, the vaccine may be contagious. And even though there's no data on this whatsoever, it's all made up. No teachers that are vaccinated are allowed in this school. Completely insane. So more here. This is from some data from the American Academy of Pediatrics. As of April 22nd, over 3.71 million children have tested positive for COVID-19 since the onset of the pandemic. After increases in new reported cases in the past couple of weeks, we have seen a slight decrease in new cases this week, nearly 80,000 new child cases. So this is the decrease. The slight decrease is down to, only 80,000 new child cases. Is there data showing that there's maybe 100,000 cases of children getting being impacted by their parents getting vaccinated, somehow impacting their bodies in some way? Like, it's just, this whole world where they will reject any information coming out. And look, this stems from a distrust in big pharma, which I understand. Yes, there are certain, like painkillers, for example, that are overprescribed and lead to deeper issues later on. That is a real thing. Oftentimes, there's not enough discussion about health and fitness, about nutrition. Doctors usually just, rely on a pill to fix a problem. So that is I think the basis for a lot of this mistrust. But then when it gets to the point of you thinking that the vaccine is contagious, you've really just completely lost it. I mean, it's one thing to have a critique of big pharma, a critique of how doctors operate, a critique of there being a lack of focus on health and wellness. That's fine. And that's correct. That's a correct critique. But you cannot then extend that to everything, where every data point coming out of the CDC or whoever is fake because they're out to vaccinate people to then impact their menstrual cycles. Like, what is the motivation here? So more on what is actually in this letter. So in the letter, Ms. Centner gave employees 3 options. Inform the school if they had already been vaccinated so they could be kept physically distanced from students. Let the school know if they get the vaccine before the end of the school year. Quote, as we cannot allow recently vaccinated people to be near our students until more information is known. Wait until the school year is over to get vaccinated. Teachers who get the vaccine over the summer will not be allowed to return, the letter said, until clinical trials on the vaccine are completed. They're completed now. They're done. And then only if a position is still available at the time, effectively making teachers' employment contingent on avoiding the vaccine. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. And people send their kids to private school thinking they're going to get a better education. Well, here you apparently sent your kid to a school who thinks the vaccine is contagious.